Back working on the 73. It's funny, yesterday that left blinker indicator was not working. That's just a fuel pump. There's the flasher. Maybe it's just I couldn't see it. All right. Well, I am going to change the radio anyway. Because I don't like the one I have in here. It works. It sounds fine. But the display, I can't see it. The display is so dim and there's no setting for it. I think it's defective, and other people have noted that who bought these things. For $22, I'm not sending it back. Not going to happen. So, bought another one. Had to go get a screwdriver. Bought another one. Another radio. And this time, I spent more than $22. And it's not really about the sound. I need my hands-free calling. And I like Bluetooth and over to it. But I gotta be able to see the display. So if I'm going to be back here anyway, I was thinking about replacing these bulbs, these blinker bulbs. Like I say, I couldn't see for a while that one was out. I need a fan in here. It's getting crazy hot. All right. how to get, what are these things? Just little push pins. I'm gonna need some trim tools. I get some trim tools. All right. Turned into a bigger job because I wanted to do it right. Went ahead and pulled the instrument cluster out. Yeah. Commandeer some more tools for that. There's the main connector. I got to fix that little guy there. Here's the power. Here's the power to it. There's the speedometer cable, which barely reaches. It's a really wonky speedometer. And there's the antenna. Here's the radio connections that I got to redo. And because I did all this, I went ahead and disconnected the battery, of course. Let's go look at the instrument cluster. Yeah, I went ahead and canned the positive terminal. That's what you want to do when you're doing this kind of work. And here's the instrument cluster as I was removing it. This alternator and fuel panel just fell out, which is fine. I want to clean the backs and the fronts of these. I don't know if they can be cleaned. And the turn signal bulbs are right here. And they both are good. Are they? Maybe I'll take a resistance measurement of both of them, but they look a-okay, and they do function, but the left one I can barely see, and it's probably because of the haze. Most of these instruments don't even work. The speedometer barely works. That's why I have the GPS speedometer. This brake indicator does work. I rely on that. That's this guy right here. So I'm going to clean that connection too. I don't know if they're all the same bulbs, but I'm going to put them in different locations so I remember which goes where. So I'm going to clean the contacts and the connections and see if I can get these are just tabs right here. Let's see. Oh, they're pinch tabs. Okay, so I can get that off and clean the backs of these without, I'll glue this back on. We get those little pinch tabs off and get this front panel off. See what that looks like. All right, there we go. That's much clearer. There's the turn signal. I should have gotten some while I'm here, you know. Let me go to the store, get some speedometer needle paint. They make speedometer, they make needle paint. I don't know, I can get it online. I don't know if they sell it at auto parts stores. Look at that. Well, I don't know what's causing the haze. It doesn't look like it's from the backside. A bunch of crap on the front. Don't know if that'll be able to be buffed out. I think that's permanent. Some of it looks like spray paint. And you don't want to take anything too abrasive to that. I don't know if I have the time for speedometer needle paint today. Because I use my GPS speedometer anyway. But all right, let me get some cleaning supplies. Have to get some adhesive for that. Yeah, they're clean, but they're in pretty rough shape. Really almost looks like some spray paint got on it or something. The temp and oil are particularly bad shape, but those don't. All right, did the best I could. Got the speedometer cleaned up too. a little bit. Don't want to do too much and then end up breaking something. Alright, need to get some adhesive. These are actually melted on. Well, maybe that's just adhesive right there. Looks like there's some tabs that protrude through and then they're melted on the top side, or that's just adhesive. I'm not sure. I'm going to use some epoxy. Okay. I was able to do some additional cleaning. Not perfect, but okay. I'm not going to get in there and do anything. Took a wire brush, just clean those contacts just a little bit, just enough necessary. And now I'm gonna just take these tabs and just bend them out a little. These look good. Shouldn't, no corrosion. Tell you what, let's just see. Yeah, I'll use a little electrical contact cleaner. They look good. Bend these out. A little bit ratty. I'm gonna go get some contact cleaner. So yeah, I'm about to start a more major job on the, guess I'm gonna have to hold it, on the steering box. But in the meantime, this is kind of a minor job. But, you know, these little things, going that extra length to do stuff like this, you know, when you own a truck like the 73 Dodge and you care about it and you enjoy driving it, it's what you do. Well, what you should do. You know, go in for a minor thing like not able to see a turn signal indicator, and you're in there and you do other things that you see need to be done if they need to be done. Okay, let me let that dry. We'll get those bulbs back in. Okay, bulbs are back in. You know, they fit nicely. So you can see where the contact is made about there and there. And it's making good contact. And my glass fell out. My adhesive didn't hold. Guess I didn't let it dry long enough. Well, that was probably stupid of me to use super glue, so I'm just going to have to use some epoxy, and I'll do it from the front side. Okay, no biggie. Okay, epoxy. All right, let's get this thing back in the truck. All right. really only 2 connections, and I gotta fix that guy who pulled out right there. A couple of them. He should push right back, but he's not pushing in. There he is. Okay. And I could use some contact cleaner too. But they're okay. I'm not worried about anything up there other than my turn signals, and well, I better hit that with some contact cleaner. All right. Yeah, it looks a little better. I really want to put the new radio wiring harness in. While this is nice and wide open, that would be good. Maybe even vacuum a little bit. Be nice if that speedometer cable, I guess it just barely fits when this when the cluster is back there. I wish it had a little bit of play. Got to play in the backwards direction, not in the forwards. Okay. Get out of here, fly. Yeah, I got a new wiring harness. It's got to go. Let me think about this. Alright, while I'm thinking about it, one thing I can do is get that radio bracket, well, get this old one off. There's the new one. There's the new radio. It's going to be an Alpine. All right. Get to work on that. Do it fit? Alright, had to get out the Grind-O-Matic. Even change blades. Here we go again. I've done this before. Let's get that secured. See if the radio fits. I found some tabs that work just fine. Let's see if the radio fits. Yep. Locked in. There's a snap-on. Better be right side up. Yep. Now we got a connector. There's even a microphone. Got a microphone. For wireless calls, blue for the wireless calls. Oh, don't tell me. Always down to this. There we go. There's the mic. Wiring harness slash connector that I'll install first. And there's the antenna. That would be for the mic. And it will go there. Okay. And that will be last. Now I got to figure out the wiring harness. Alright, I got to cap these off, but before I shrink down the inline connections with a heat gun, I want to test the radio. Oh man, how am I going to do this? I got those positive and negative dangling over there. Wow, that could be risky. Let's just keep that positive hanging out there. Connector's not touching anything. Okay. Let's see how bad I can mess this up. Not get a good battery connection. Uh-oh. Maybe the dashboard's got to be hooked up. I'm not getting any battery at all. Alright. Got the dash back on, got the speedo cable pushed on nice and tight. Got the positive and negatives nice and tight back there. Now, let's see. Let's see. Haven't screwed anything in yet, so
Jesus love.
uh-oh.
Has indicated pretty
I better leave that
most
down.
superstition. The
Setup. Fader all the way to the back. No front speakers. Still, you know, I gotta find.
A lot of washes of synthesizer and
All right.
computer drums. Hector Lionel reimagines the ballad classic.
Looking good.
Bésame.
Before I go on, I gotta figure out the screen brightness setting because it's still dim as crap. Got it.
From the Pepsi of Central Virginia studios.
All right. Now I gotta pull this out and heat shrink all those connections back there. I'll go ahead and get that done. Everything's working fine. I was just wrapping things up. Thought I'd give the blinkers a test. Now the brake. You can see it. There it is. Yeah. The parking brake indicator light's working fine. Okay, the right hand turn signal is working fine. The left indicator not. Just like it was before, intermittent, even though I cleaned everything and checked the bulbs. The radio's ready to hook up. I took the ends of the speaker wires, and there's a electric antenna wire I wasn't using, and just gave them a little bit of electric liquid electrical tape. I can just tuck this back in there now. I don't need it. Do I really want to diagnose this today? You can hear the flasher, and the blinkers are working. I'm going to pull that bulb out. You know, there's always something. Turn the power off. Let me take the working blinker bulb and insert it into the one that doesn't work. What did I do? What the heck did I do with the other bulb? Oh, crumb. Okay, it's working. I switched bulbs. It's working. I just switched bulbs, now they both work. Just must be a crummy connection back there. Both bulbs are working. Alright, I'll deal with it. I want to wrap this up. Okay. Got this bracket screwed in. Got that glass or plastic glued. Let's get that radio in. I need that microphone. I don't know where I put it. Okay. Got the mic. Okay, mic, connector, all the way in. Antennae. And that's going to go up like that. And we get another screw. I'll do the rest of these a little later, just something to hold it on there. The instrument cluster faceplate. Now we're going to test the radio out again. Probably going to do that before I insert another single screw. But I'm confident comfy. That must be a shorty. Yeah, I got a couple shorties here. That was a shorty. All right, let me give it a test. Keys, please. Up, past the tuner.
Is what makes a real difference. And imagine a mom.
How nice. All right, I got this microphone. And I got one more thing to put on. I'm done. It's appropriate music for the grand finale. I think that mic I want to run out the back of this. I'll run it up through the back side. I guess disconnecting it screwed my settings. I gotta find that. Here's my mic. Yeah. Alright. One more thing. I got this little adapter for the cigarette lighter for powering my GPS speedo. There it is. Let me adjust that brightness, be right back. Looks like my phone battery is pert near dead, and so am I, but we're done. Finally, I can see my display. My turn signal indicators are working. Good. All right, got to tighten up that battery terminal and all done. You got to enjoy working on these things. You got to take your time and just enjoy it. It should never be a chore. Stereo Police. Gonna sit here and enjoy some classical for a while. Ciao.